issues I got this done with. Alright. So, what's up, guys? Sorry, I had technical difficulties there. So, I'm going to be talking through these cutscenes and all that, because just so I don't get, copyright stricken just in case and all that. Sorry if you could hear that. That was an air conditioner. I had to turn off. Oh. So, I've got the strategy guide, because I plan on doing all 50 Stardust, which is the collectible item in this game, which, for anybody that does not know, it unlocks an optional boss that's really hard. And, I'm probably gonna grind out levels on stream just to show it. Probably cut those out when I put everything on YouTube if I don't have technical difficulties with that either. This game looks so good.
So this is her.
Man, the animations on this for a PlayStation 1 game.
Indeed. Put her in custody.
It sucks they never made a second one.
Is this really necessary?
It is His Majesty, Emperor Dole's command to take that girl into custody.
Who is she?
That is not your concern.
Man, just every time I play this game, it's just every time I look at the visuals and like obviously for cutscenes. Once we get to the actual game, funny enough, when I was in school, I actually worked on a program that somewhat looked like the models and all that. It was called Alice. It was a 3D computer programming thing to make games. Never went too far with it. The Green Tusk Dragon Brand. I'm going to be terrible at pronouncing a lot of these. Ceridian War. So there's a lot of different things you can do in this game. Like, obviously, what I mean by that is they have a lot of different mini games spread throughout the whole game, and chance of war more likely. Okay, and sorry, I'll finish my thought after this. Hope it's just a rumor. I won't be reading every single thing. Like, I'll leave it up a little bit and kind of read partials of it sometimes, but there's a lot of reading, so. Who are you? These guys are normal grunt troops. Enemy of Basal. Answer. What are you doing? Drawing a sword against us. Typical a-hole guard thing. Now the big enemies are where, like, there's a lot of different enemies in this game. I gotta do something else. A lot of different effects and stuff. There's some really cool grind methods that I will be explaining once I get into where I can actually move and access the menu. Because I'm going to give just a slight breakdown, not of everything, but of like just of one of the combat system, because I'm just going to pretty much skip over all that in terms of just pressing A, because it's going to be a mid-fight. Not A, but X. Quiet if you don't want it in. An odd-looking dragon. To be honest, though, all the dragons in this game don't really look like dragons. Well, not all of them, but you'll know what I mean later on. Oh, dragon. Sorry if I'm clicking stuff a little too fast right now. It's just I'm kind of talking, and this is just very, normal dialogue, really. Right here is where it actually gets good. Villain that could easily be destroyed. Village could be destroyed without a dragon. Now we gotta go to the first area. Cells, or I don't know how to pronounce that. And the soldiers were. Might be anything left. So, little tidbit for you guys. Oh yeah, this is by far one of the greatest games of the PlayStation 1. I love this game. I've beaten it over like 4 times. That side boss, when I got to him, I did not have any of the really, really, really good gear. All I had was like dragoon gear, and that was still a fight and a half. And then must be no. This game, I don't remember when it was, but it was Game of the Year at one point. Oh no, the town's burning. That's the town that we saw at the start of the game. Start first cutscene. I know it's pretty obvious, but still. Alright, so, you can move around with your D-pad, and you move slowly. On PlayStation 1, 2, 3, and 5. Just played it. 100% playthrough last year. Yeah, I'm gonna probably have this is kind of my old nostalgic playthrough in a way. And since I can stream it, it's all the better because I've wanted to go through and actually get all the really strong stuff. So here are obviously all the stats. For people that don't know, this is essentially your combos, what are known as additions. And I'll show you in a minute what you do. Right over here, that glowing thing, that's our save spot. You can only save there. And this game gets very brutal if you're not a smart player. Maybe enough if I kill you. I still think one of my favorite areas of the first, because this game had 4 discs, so the first disc has to be the next big place we go to, and I'll tell you where. Oh, it's mercenaries. I'm a little late for you to show up. what you doing here? Gonna occupy the area. So essentially, they're just wiping out people because these guys are dickheads. So this game goes by a 3-person combat system. Each time there will be up to 3 enemies here. Your guard gives you 20. Gives you actually not 20. It was 10% of your health back, and you will take half damage as well as you cannot get status effects. You got your items here, a healing potion, and a burnout. You got your escape button. You can't do that here because certain fights you can't escape from, like boss battles and certain ones. So now when I press this, it's going to allow me to do a combo thing. So if I do that, that's how you do your combos. Essentially, for the little tidbit that I was going to tell you guys, if you guys do not know this, there's a game back in the day, a Mario game that was called Super Mario RPG or something. And it had a thing where when you would jump on the opponent, if you pressed the button at the right time, it would do another jump. Those guys made this game. And that's what they end up adding to it, if I remember correctly. They were the ones in charge of this. And it still sucks that we don't have a second one. I don't even know why we don't have a remake of this. Like, this could be a game. This game would blow up, remade and looking just fantastic with today's visuals. So they broke the truce and attacked. The only issue I kind of have with the game, I would love a remake or a prequel. See, the prequel would be interesting because you would, without spoiling it for everybody else, there was a group before that resembled kind of the same group. Best I can say without spoiling it. That'd be actually interesting. But I think for them to do a prequel, you would have to want to make you would have to remake this game for the prequel to really be understood. Like, you know, kind of, so the story would be known in full context in a way, but it would be really cool, no doubt. I would love a prequel. I'd love a sequel to it, actually. I don't know what I'm doing right there. Point was to save. Don't worry about the first save. We're not going to speak of that. Just for anybody that doesn't know the game, pretend you didn't see that. There's a lot of different stuff you can click on too. Like you'll find random stuff. If you're just searching around clicking stuff, sometimes you'll find items. Usually they're in chests. Stardust is usually the item you gotta kind of run around and click on. If you're ever doing a Stardust run, just know that based on in the original game, it was based on the discs. So you have a certain amount of, there's like 50 Stardust in total. The good thing is we don't really have to worry about Stardust in much of the combat areas. They're mainly in like towns and stuff and one-off areas. I am going to be trying to get all these special infinite items in this game. So, as you guys saw, most items, like all the items I had in there, you guys can see they're all one-time uses. About Shayna. I call her Shayna just because it's easier. Calling her Shauna just don't sound right. What's wrong with Shayna? She's taken away. Primary purpose. Know where they went. When growing up as a kid, the best thing private, there's no reason to be confident. Where'd you take her? Helena Prison. That's one of my favorite starting areas. To be honest, the first disc in general is just really great. The whole game is, but I've played through the first disc 100 times because as a kid I had all the other discs scratched up, so I could only play the first one to a certain extent. Helena, specified only that woman specifically or whatever. Kidding, tactical or going kidnapper. Oh, not Helena. Yep. Ugh. So this guy, if you kill one of the minions, the other one will flee. Oh no, he used a burnout right at the start. None of these are really hard fights. You won't really die early on unless you mess up and don't really utilize all the mechanics to your advantage. So he'll run, this guy's gonna get kind of annoyed and power up right here. This fight actually, I would say it really kind of sets up in a way to show how the some of the bosses and stuff will work later on. Yeah, I'm not buying viewers. Whoever put that, I'm not a scumbag. Sorry, I want to earn my stuff. I'm not gonna sit here and buy viewers. Just sad. Hey, if nobody wants to watch me, then you know what? I'll just be playing games happily by myself. Happy that for anybody that stops by. So, the health bars up at the top, you'll see, it goes from blue to yellow to red. And some bosses will act differently according to that health bar. One of them in particular is the hardest boss of the game. It's a side boss. Okay, Volcano, new addition we've got. We won't be using this one for a while. And that's because the strategy that I like to use, I'll explain it here in a sec. You're gonna rescue Shayna, aren't you? Won't stop you. Be careful. Journey is not over yet, is it? Nope. Count on us. Okay, you can count on us about cells. I don't need to. We had enough people that still move. Everything, I'll be back. So we won't get really into the grinding aspect till probably after Helena Prison is one of the things. The grind, like, you don't have to grind that much unless you really are just trying to. So I think it's this one right here. Yep, let's start it. Yeah, so the reason why this game actually means so much to me. I want to listen to commentary. Sounds like a lot. So, oh, you can go ahead and talk. Like, I'm giving insight because it's the first time ever playing this. So, yeah, this game I've beaten it over 4 times, and as a kid, I've beaten the first disc probably over 100. So we gotta talk to this guy before we go. But I'm just giving heads up for anybody that's new to the game. If you don't ever be shy to put something in. Oh yeah, the music in this game is the greatest thing. There's still games nowadays that don't even get music this good. And it's such a shocker that this game has not been remade. I will be putting this on YouTube, which is the same as my Twitch. So I'll try. I might cut it up in different pieces or something. I might just put it all at once. Say fuck it, but. Yeah, they keep dropping the they just need to remaster it. Like, it really needs a full remaster. So I'm just gonna show this off just because, why not? Because I think he forces me to use Volcano with this one, so. But the reason why I don't switch to Volcano is because each essentially skill has 5 levels to it, and fan remaster, that'd be awesome. Problem is though, is that a fan remaster you're probably only gonna be able to get on PC. Dude, I would straight up, I'm not even kidding, if Sony dropped Legend of the Dragoon remake, I would 100% drop $70 on it, no questions asked. Not forget the 60. I love this game so much. I would love to see it remade, and I'd buy deluxe edition just cause. All right, this is what one I was gonna show is the counterattack. Just for everybody, real quick, because. So, essentially, when you see that there is, you gotta be very careful or else you'll get knocked back. Like, I'll show you intentionally, so. So this is what happens if you fail that by pressing the wrong button. You'll take, I don't know if the damage is specified, but usually it's like you take like half the health or something from what I remember. But. Somebody said they had a surprise for me. Playlist? What is that? YouTube playlist. I might check it out later if I remember that link. Favorite. Oh, the cover list. Oh, damn. Yeah, dude. The one thing is, I wanted to start the stream by having the whole song play of the start, but I know it'd get copyrighted to no end because it's the greatest song of all time for a video game. And I just, man, I wanted to put that in there, but I'm definitely, when I beat the game, we're definitely going to sit there and I'm going to be talking and that's going to be playing in the background. So you can't beat that song. The intro song and the menu song or whatever is just great. Yeah, the menu song is just, I've never gotten to a game and had the menu song so good I've wanted it like that. You want to listen to it all. Like, you gotta think, back in the day, you had to beat the game to listen to the whole song if you didn't already own the song. Or you had to listen to that one part. I love the beginning. The music for this game, whether it just be the instrumentals for each area or the actual lyrical song to it, it's just phenomenal. Everything is so well crafted. It sets the tone. Essentially, right here, it's vague stuff of essentially Frugal is that fat dude, and he doesn't understand. He's really cruel guy. I think probably the best for me personally, though, the best like little bit of content that I really enjoyed for first disc had to be the little tournament thing. And that's a fun one. The story tournament, or I don't remember where it was. It's in the place called, like, I think it's Lohan. So this is the shop guy. These are what the merchants look like. So we got burnouts, charm potions. I'm gonna take 3 of those. That's a just in case, because probably shouldn't have bought 3, but oh yeah, I forgot that was a charm potion. Okay, well now I have 4. Magic in this game is incredibly broken. Like, those throwables, if you hit high enough, like, counters on and stuff. If you hit high enough combos and stuff, and you're using the right element, you can obliterate stuff. See, so like if you look at the big icon bar over the Trent, it's brown. That's that's Earth. If I remember correctly, I think that's Earth. Better heal up before I broke. Okay, apparently I'm just being stupid now. Not gonna lie though, I love the game. I do wish though it did have an option, either for New Game Plus or for you to be able to actually like press start and skip your cutscenes and stuff. Because there's just some of these that are kind of long that after you're playing through game, 7 or whatever, you're pretty much spamming X to get past everything. I wonder how they would remake the game though.
Yes! Double flash! Yes! Double flash!
Alright, so, I'm gonna show you guys real quick right here. So the additions right here, when they have increase, like each time you increase the level, like once I get level 2, you'll be able to see the damage, the SP we don't get right now. That's a later on thing. But like it tells you right here, it tells you the level, tells you the additions. The ADD is the actions. So that's how many times you're gonna have to hit the X button on the correct timing. Some of the later ones get really crazy. And you have to do that to every single character if you want, like every single move on a character, if you want to get their final, like, their final edition, their final one, you have to have maxed out the other ones. And Dart is the only one that has, I think, it's either 7 or 9. I wasn't paying attention there, but he's got the most editions out of everybody.
Yes! Double flash! Yes! Double flash!
If you've never played this game, I would highly recommend playing through it. It is a great game. It is just probably one of the better old kind of left in the dust games that, like, I'm surprised they brought Armored Core and stuff back before this stuff even came back. Armored Core I didn't freaking know about for years. I grew up on this game. Like, I had this, Spyro, and Crash, and I think that was the 3 games I got. And this was a game from my grandpa. Now we're gonna sneak into prison. So there's an item in this area that's not the first time we come here. The next time we come here, there's an item that there's only a couple in the game. It's called a therapy ring, and the therapy ring. Not business, a merchant like you. Gotta hide behind here. But the therapy ring essentially is just a healing every turn. But why it's so significant is that you can only find them throughout the game, and there's only a handful. As far as I know, there's only 2. As far as I know. But I'll have to look at my guide again. when we come back here, that's when I'm gonna probably loot everything. Well, loot all the rest of the stuff, because pretty much half the area is gonna be locked away from us for now. Save here.
Yes! Double slash! Yes!
I won't really be avoiding guards just because the guards are pretty easy and they're pretty good experience to... Well, never mind. When there's more of them, there is. But this place is, you can't get more than one warden until we get our other guy. This guy's just telling us don't kill him because he's gonna sell us stuff now. So that right item right up there, I'm pretty sure that's the therapy ring. Either that or it's another chest. The other chest, though. When we run past, I'll point it out. It's actually the one that's going to be right up ahead of us. Yeah, I go a whole different route to go underneath it, but I think that's the therapy ring, actually. One or the other.
Yes! Double slash!
Yeah.
Yes! Double slash!
I think it'd be awesome, actually, if when they did remake the game, I think it'd be cool if they actually just had it where the characters would talk a lot of the time. I think it'd be a lot better to actually have them do, like, their whole, like, everything they say, at least most of the main story stuff, I mean. Doing 100% of that would take forever. There's a lot of dialogue in this game.
Yes! Double slash!
You'll notice here once double slash does level up, because you'll notice an increase in your damage number. Depending on the move, usually. I think double slash, I don't know if it actually just increases the damage or if it's something else, but... Might just be at a bunch of SP. No, it's just not big enough of a percentage jump, actually. Yeah, that's what it was. The early on ones don't really increase that much in damage. Oh, shit. Oh, got all the chests, so. You know, even as a kid, the little stone thing, I kind of never really understood what it actually is. It might just be some, like, levers, and I just never really paid attention enough to it, I guess. Yeah, but they're talking now about something none too fun. The monster. What? Like, it's the worst kind of Theodo, what? Makes best kind of feed. And here comes my favorite character of the game. Hail King Albert. Just saying, the fact you can punt two people in a hole like that while they're wearing full armor like that. So essentially, right now they're just kind of arguing with each other. Seeing if they're an enemy. I'm gonna be kind of skipping over the early stuff because it's just very early stuff was none too interesting to me. Yeah, Sir Lavit Slambert, head of the knighthood of Kingdom of Base. This guy is the tank of the game. For a bit. It's weird, I think he's got low magic defense, but like high physical, if I remember correctly. And he's got still one of the best magic moves in the game later on. Like, it's the character that I usually try to keep in my team at all times because of how versatile the character actually is. The next character, I'm just gonna say it because no matter what, it's, you know, the whole point right now is we're going to get Shayna, and Shayna's awful. Let me literally say that Shayna is the most useless character in this dang game until she gets her magics and stuff. Then she's okay. And it's literally because, for whatever reason, there's another type of bow guy in the game we'll eventually meet that has some really cool abilities. But he won't be, you'll have to fight him, but it's just, there's no additions for her. There's no, like, special timed arrows or anything, like volleys or anything. It's just sit there, press one attack, and just do pitiful damage. If you beat the game with Shayna on your team, or what's the other one that was, whatever. If you beat the game with the bow player on your team, I give you some credit, because that's going to be hard. So now he wants to help us and read. Trust you guard my back. So we don't need to go into any of these cells if you don't want to. They're really not necessary. I don't remember there being any good item really. So after this mandatory fight, we just gotta run up there and we gotta go to a side area that we won't be able to do anything but to get. It's like a little cutscene thing. Some more dialogue to get a key. If I sat here and read all the dialogue, we'd be here forever, so I'll just I'll read some of it and probably just give you guys a minute to pause the screen so you can read it yourself, but yeah, there's just way too much dialogue in the game to sit here and read it all. Remember this room, because we'll have to come back here. Not right now, but later on in the game. Alright, let's go save her. Alright. After this fight, you'll get to see why Shayna's terrible. So, a little trick is just that for the additions, you just have to successfully do an addition for it to count towards one. So, you could, there's eventually this move called Physical Shield later on. There's also Magic Shield, but it's kind of less common. But physical shield is literally it just makes all physical damage 0. Well, that can come in handy if you don't want to keep having to run around and go into fights and all that, because it's not RNG. It's actually based off of a step like a requirement based off of steps. So, but what you can do is you essentially can sit there and you could attack them and finish your addition, and then just when they would go to attack, then you start blocking, because they will always have physical shield up until it's their next turn to attack. And then if they don't put it back up, then you just guard until the guard comes back up, and then you just repeat until you max out if you want to. It makes leveling up the skills faster. It does lose you on experience and all that, but where your combo goes from 150% to 300%. Here to rescue you. Been 5 years apart. Alright, I forgot. You have to kill these guys, and then you get the bow. I'm gonna cheese the boss to no end.
Yes. Double slash.
There's a reason why I bought those the spark nets earlier. So there is a big trick for Frugal. You can either kill him first or kill his other minions he's gonna have with him. Because pretty much he's like, if you kill him, then he's not gonna be able to call him back up. But if you kill his guys first, then he'll call in stronger guys, which is some better XP, I would assume, but I usually just kill all the guys because it's easier. Well, it's not easier, but more satisfying. Because you can actually just kind of bully Frugal once you after you kind of attack him, attack his guards and have them all dead, then he can only go about one person at a time, so as long as somebody's not too low, should be fine. Just her talking about how she can fight too now. Spoiler alert, she can't. That dialogue there is just useless. It's just catching up and stuff. Okay, girl from Sealy's taken by... Oh yeah, I forgot they call him the Red Dude. Whee! Don't kill the girl. Fail, all will be beheaded. Might as well dye everything else red with your blood. Oh yeah. Ugh, sorry, I was trying not to sneeze. Alright, so now we can leave Helena prison and start getting to the... Oh, right, this is the, cave. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to... Cave timing, so... Oops, that wasn't. So this was meaning. Why? I think it'd be cool. At least it would have been cool to give her like two, like one be a rapid shot or something that you'd have to hit quite fast, like Madness Hero. I think we're good on it for now. Yeah. I'm good on items. Alright, here's Fat Ass. There's one answer. You and the leader of the Knights are feed for the pets. He minces up. Is he just gonna turn us into a pancake? He's using a freaking club or whatever. Well, her name's Frugal. Even people's own country are afraid of them. Paralyzed from fear. Time to kill Frugal. The cool thing is too with this game, unlike other games where they usually rehash a boss, each time this character, air quote, rehashes a boss, they have something unique to them. For some of them, they're not usually like all the same. It's not like you'll like, I love the game, but the like new God of War where they were where you had to, kill the same giant with one extra move or whatever, and these ones that like have a little bit more added to it. They're a bit more unique and stuff in this game. Alright, so he's gonna call in his backup goons now, here in a minute. And these guys you gotta watch out for, because if you kill these guys, when they die, they kind of do a last-ditch effort to blow through your team and do devastating damage. So you do not want to try to kill these guys like right after another if you're not prepared. The senior wardens, these guys, as soon as these guys come in, take at least one of them out as fast as possible. Because these guys actually do kind of chunk. So this next attack, when he dies, he's gonna try to blast us with... Oh, dang. Alright, I'm gonna guard with Dart so he doesn't die. Alright. They both will do the same thing. They will say the same thing and just throw that out. Once I get later on in the game, I won't be able to explain everything like this because I've played this part of the game over thousands of times probably as a kid, so it's just ingrained in my brain by now. Give it Dart first. Yeah, use Shayna's really good as an item thrower.
Yes.
Like if you so if you're ever when you're playing and it becomes her turn, make sure you have your burnouts or whatever for her to be able to do more damage, because like I'm gonna use a burnout and then I'll use another burnout on the other character just to show. Let's see if it... This game was definitely hard on the hands. I do remember that. I got many blisters from this game. You're in guard.
Yes. Double slash. Yes. Double slash.
It'll be a lot easier once we get healing breathing when he stops doing 2 damn damage.
Harpoon.
Okay. I was getting worried that he was going to kill Shayna before I could block with her.
Yes. Double slash. Harpoon.
Alright, now it's going to be a lot easier because now we just got to burn Frugal and shock him to death. I'll use Spark Net. I was going to use another Spark Net just to show the damage difference, see if I can get up to the... Yeah, a little bit higher. A little bit higher and still 10 damage left. I'm not taking a chance either. Alright. I didn't want to take the chance with Shayna and have him throw a rock or something and kill her. Because if your character dies, they get no experience at all from a fight. Like, that can be for better or for worse, because you only get between 190 and 202. Yeah, I've had to figure out button spamming methods since a kid. As a kid, it was always gross because I would, as a kid, I would essentially spit on my hand and then rub my hand across my controller. But now I actually can tap it really fast. I guess I can thank RuneScape at times for that one. Yeah, there was some weird methods, but as you get as an adult, you're like, I don't want my controller smelling like saliva. So it's like, gotta find a better method than that one. Boosting the summoning in Final Fantasy VIII. I actually have that for, I think I have that for Xbox. Well, on Xbox, but I never beat it. I might do a playthrough of that after I do this one. Like, I have a bunch, like, I'm just, at this point, I'm just gonna be playing a bunch of my old retro games, and I've got a bunch of I love all types of games. I've got old farming games, all that, so I have a wide variety of stuff I'm ready to... Yeah, I know it's a great game. I played a little bit of it. I mainly started at 13. Final Fantasy 13 is what I mean. 13 was good. Only 10 beats 8. 15 was really good. 15 was probably the best one I ever played. I will tell you, I tried Final Fantasy 14, and that's a disappointment for me, but I came off of Black Desert, so... 13, yeah, 13's very... You have to have 13, 13-2, and 13 Lightning Returns. I own all three, but... Like, it was fun, but it was at the same time, at certain points, it kind of fell off for 13. Still a pretty good game.
Yes. Double slash.
After this, I might end up hitting a buddy up or two, get on my Xbox, and start streaming some For Honor. Just go the right way.
Harpoon.
I beat 15 was the only one I really beat. I actually own
Slash.
some of the like, and if I could ever find out how to actually record my you playing the 7, like, is it the new 7 or the like the remake 7, or is it old 7? Oh, you're playing original? Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say that new one with the episodic thing is kind of an iffy thing for me. That's like if they remade this and put it out as, oh hey, we're gonna have, you're gonna have episode 1, which is just all of disc 1. It's like, no, just give us the whole game. But I think they do that because people are just too impatient. Like, look at what happened with Cyberpunk. I like a hack and slash anyone, like, I'm a For Honor player. To be fair, I'm the dickhead Shigoki guy, but I like hack and slash and punishment style games. That's why I like the turn-based, because it is much more punishing if you mess up. Because a game like this, if you didn't have the speed, your opponent could attack like 4 times in a row and obliterate you. Alright, so this is nothing. They're just running away from these guys. And this whole area right here, I did not care for, just because it didn't make... so, yeah, the final boss is an asshole with that one. So is the side boss. The RNG of having an enemy doing 5 massive, like, tsunami attacks. Yeah. I've had the worst happen with RNG, and I've had... Like, when I beat that final boss with not the best gear, it was an RNG fest. It was literally because I, got lucky and he didn't just keep using the element that I didn't have. I literally had to switch it to running the 3 characters that he used his specials with, because as soon as he would hit certain health, he'd just obliterate everybody. It's a good thing I have these charm potions, because I am... Okay, I'm just gonna skip back. All this is pretty much blah blah. They're gonna go and treat him in the shack there. This is the most boring part of the start of the game, is right after Helena Prison. Yeah, the special gear does turn the game into easy mode, but to be fair, I didn't even... Like, I knew about the special stuff, but I didn't ever get those besides the War God Amulet, which, for anybody that doesn't know, the War God Amulet just makes your additions be done automatically, and it gives you the full SP for it, too. So there's one that just gives you half SP and does half damage or whatever, I think. I don't remember, but they've got OP. They've essentially gotten OP items that are really expensive, and then they got cheaper, kind of OP items. They're OP, but they're not as overpowered as, the better ones, because the better ones are just the 2 fused. I'll show you later. We're actually, we're quite far from it. I probably won't be getting in the stream today, but, okay, so this is the Black Monster. This part is actually interesting that you need to know. Only know the name. The Black Monster essentially is who destroyed his village, and he is the whole point of why he left and all that. The other is where I spent with my parents, first home. It was neat. Last playthrough I had armor, shield, relic, oh. If you had that, if you had the armor, the shield, and the relic for all your characters, dude, you walked up to the final boss and just Saitama'd his ass. That's what you just did. That's not even fair. That's like just activating God mode, just walking into a boss room. Because that helmet alone maxes out your magic damage. As well as, I think, your magic defense. Father, return to the village. Yeah, I'm probably gonna do, well, I'm probably gonna do 100% run. Well, probably not 100%, but most I can. I'm gonna do as much as I can, and it's just so I have a playthrough. So if I come back, if I get successful and years down the line, I'll probably come back and play the game just for, you know, a mess around time or whatever. I don't know. Well, it looks like it ain't so neat anymore. Yeah, additions can be really hard because I think isn't it a War God amulet doesn't give experience towards each completed one, right? You have to do them specifically each time. I know the half one does not give you any experience for them, but I don't know if the full War God counts. I don't think it does. When we get to the area, I'll show you what actually, well, if I'm only get to I might get to Lohan and end up calling it, but it's okay. So the ultimate War God does count toward the experience. Yeah, I figured War God. I knew War God calling didn't because I tried that a long time ago and that did not work. To be fair, I saved before I tried it just because I had a sneaking suspicion, but. So I figured that'd just be too broken, but yeah, when it comes to the ultimate, I'm not surprised. The ultimate ones are just wild. Okay, so they're just talking about right now, the Imperial Sandora is where those guys are all from, and that's who's those bad guys, essentially, right now. Dragons broke the weight of the Sandora, broke the balance of power, the Emperor duel. More aggressive. I don't know if you were much swooped down for than rushed. That thing had no wings. So it gives half damage, half a speed, and doesn't complete its ultimate, and completes it. It completes the addition, it just gives half the stuff and doesn't actually, I guess it doesn't actually consider it completed, because if I remember it completed the whole attack, you just had the downside of half of everything. And no experience towards the ultimate, towards the actual level. It's a done deal. Alright. So, everybody, I gotta remember. Oh, nope, people didn't heal here, so. If we do this. So, this will take half a second to do now. So. I mean, it didn't add to the. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Sorry, that was my autism brain just reading it too literally. Alright, gotta use a charm. About the one good area for charm. Unless you're hurting. So to do this, and this is literally how this has to be done. I don't know why they did it like this. You have to go to the bottom there, go up to the to the water and click on it. Then you have to come up here and then click on the tree. If you don't do that, none of this will be happening. You'll be running around. So what you gotta do is after you do that, you gotta quickly run into the shed. Grab this thing. Now we gotta take the axe and cut down the tree. Make our way across. If you walk up here normally and just click on the tree, it's not gonna allow you to do anything without clicking down there. Alright, let's use our last charm if we can get out of this place. Well, second to last charm. And here's our bridge. So you don't have to talk to these people, you can just run past, but if you talk to them, you get a little cutscene. Oh, so these are... I never really paid attention to those, but just casualties of war. Oh yeah, Kazas. That's a later on place. Pretty sure we won't see Kazas for a while, actually. I don't need an excuse. Oops. He gives kids some chocolate or something, I think it was. Or jerky or whatever the fuck it was. Okay, we don't need to know all this. We know that essentially just refugees of war. Oh, I was hoping not to go into a fight yet, but oh well. Get a new sword up here in a minute. One thing I think is kind of the hardest thing with the addition system is when you are leveling the stuff up, like how I am. When I go to the next one, like it goes from a you'll notice like with the first levels and stuff, it's a decrease in damage, but as soon as it levels up a couple times, it's usually immediately stronger than the other one. So the limestone cave. This one, none of these areas are really like. I know early on, none of these areas are really they're not like too big. Plus, the good thing is that all the areas are more unique. So there's not like most areas don't blend together. It's usually each place you go to is such a drastic change from the other one usually. Which is it's nice because it keeps the keeps changing scenery, which
Double flash.
is always handy in a game.
Harpoon.
Especially with how good the game looks. See, I wish games nowadays would look back at old, like they would look at back at how the old retro games that were successful and stuff worked, and they actually would, you know, do stuff based on that. Okay. Acquire 20 gold, and then we gotta run back up here. You gotta hold your analog stick in the way you want to go. So, like, if you don't, then that happens, but... There we go. Alright. Now we get more damage! Okay, first of all, you take that thing. Make sure she don't die. She's kind of the valuable one in this next fight. I don't really use total vanishings. They're not really as good as like the satchels and stuff, and that's just because satchels are really good for one-shotting the some of the rare enemies in the game. This is one of the funniest moments as a kid for me. I remember this. I don't know why that just is so funny to me. Uh-oh. Looks like I'm about to be in a fight. Let's guess I got no choice right now. We'll be going down there to catch that thing down there. He's got an item we need. Well, I don't need it, but I want it. Pretty sure it's just some lame-ass bracelet, but... If it's an accessory and it's around, pick it up because it's free money. Well, it's just a basic bracelet, then it's just probably not going to help you. Alright. This is just telling you that these, whenever you see these fireflies around, they'll heal you on the when you go up and click to them. So The reason why these are really good is because this essentially leaves you a... There's pools of water, there's different things that'll heal you, but they do this for the reason because they're kind of incentivizing you to grind. At least that's how I look at it when you put a giant healing thing right in front of me that I can use an infinite amount of times. You're talking about going back to Bale. Alright. Let's go get these other items. The cave's not a fun area because a lot of stuff poisons you.
Yes. Double lash.
Sword's gonna come in handy.
Harpoon. Tap.
Damn it. The one thing I was hoping wouldn't happen.
Lash.
Oh goody. I got a body purifier. Out of all the status effects, the two that are probably the most annoying to deal with, besides petrification and some of the insta kill moves, are usually fear and because fear cuts your damage in half, and then it was confusion. Get back here. There we go, poison guard. Put it on these for now. Better than base bracelets, so. I'll be honest, it's a little wild how... Oh, he silenced me, I think. It's kind of wild on how much damage magic actually does in this game. And what I mean by actual magic, I actually mean more the throwable magic, because there's magic, as in like special abilities, and then you've got the item magic. Yeah, I think the two best magic characters are like Shayna and then Rose. I think it's Rose is by far the strongest. terms of magic, at least. But it does balance out because the ones that are really good at magic usually are the ones that get blown to pieces when you're not paying attention to them. Unless you get that helmet, then you just put it on anybody and they become a magic monster. I think this is, I'm gonna be honest, I think this is the lowest level I think I've ever fought this boss. Yeah, Legend Cask is... To be honest, I don't know why they... Like, I get it, they put it there so you'd actually have to run, like, go back to later in the game, but... If you're a madman like I was, you'll sit there and grind out some, because funny enough, there's actually a really, really good money-making method. You just have to, obviously, it takes some RNG to it. Like, I think I'm actually gonna grind out some of the special items, because in the second part, after I get my infinite stone, that's when I'm gonna start actually grinding, because then I can grind out some gear and money and all that too. Alright, so the Ouroboros, this annoying ass guy. This one, I'm gonna be honest, he's got two forms. You can see that there's the holes on the side. He's got down at below and up above. If he's up above, no melee guy can hit him. So what I like to do here is... Oops, I was not paying attention. In the ship, you can get Ultimate War God. Right. Yeah. I haven't, the ship I hadn't played in so freaking long. I don't even remember going through, like, I remember the ship. I don't remember any of the items that were at the ship. Okay. I'm gonna use a burnout on this guy. Magic eats this guy alive.
Double slash.
I think this guy's biggest weakness is fire, actually, funny enough. Might be lightning, I'm not 100% sure. I don't remember what was, I think lightning actually is terrible versus...
Double slash.
I don't remember, usually, most of the time I just have a million burnout by the time I get over here. Okay, so, I'm not even gonna lie, this is, probably the best this boss fight's ever gone. Like, he's not really wanting to attack me at all. He's already, what the heck?
Double slash.
Level 5? Oh heck, man, holy crap. Oh, now he's doing it. See, that's what I was expecting him to do about 3 turns ago. I don't want to waste another burnout on you. Guess I have to. Oh, can't do that. Guess I'll just do this. Take a spark nut. Okay, so apparently they do the same damage. He's dead now. One of the coolest first cutscenes like this in the game. To the castle. Now, if she could command that on will, she'd be the best character on the game. A war god's amulet. Surprised didn't fall down. Yeah. It's usually how Shayna goes, falls down, needs help every time. I liked Shayna as a character. The problem was, just, I don't get the point of writing a character. Look, I'm not into the whole, it's fine to have a badass female character, but I don't like the completely helpless character. Like, if the character was, like, mostly helpless, you could tell that they were weak, but they had some type of strength and stuff, it'd actually be good. But it just feels like Shayna it's just kind of a character just there for narrative point, and that's pretty much it. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know how many people actually use her, like, especially when you get her transformation thing. Like, who uses that? Like, I'm pretty sure she's just not really used because she's the healer character, and you really just don't even need a healer character in this game. I don't know. I've used it all of like once because just it was too much of a burden to have Shayna on my team just because she can heal. Like, mind you, you're like, I also had never gotten the any of the OP gear at the time. So I'm talking about just base game. Like, OP gear Shane obviously is going to be probably a lot decent, but I really just, I've never really liked using the character because the lack of addition just doesn't seem like it does enough damage, and I think it should have been a bit better. I think Shayna would have been cooler if she actually had some additions and stuff. Or even if they would have made it like some type of special gimmick. Like, you know, it'd be cool too if you if it was just a single shot that you had to press the button and it was either going to be a normal shot or like a charge shot. I'm just gonna do this in here because I don't have to talk to this person. I'm gonna grab it and talk to him just because I'm gonna have to for this time being. I don't think that person there is just I thought it was an item vector. Guess I'm mistaken. They just make a normal charge, trick, or multi-shot. Yeah, that's what they should have done. Normal charge, trick, or multi. Like, it'd be really cool to have like a trick shot thing where it'd be like she threw an apple over their head and you have to like press the button and it like hits the apple 4 times and then just falls down on their head or something. They could do something. They could have done, anything cool, but they decided to give it to a character that can't even be in your party. I don't even remember the use for the portrait, or if it was just an extra thing. Oh, keepsake, yeah. So, one thing I will say, I learned this recently with it. There's a character that once we get done with this area, it'll be probably the next time I do it, because I'm gonna end this here soon. But once you go to leave this area, you end up running into somebody. Well, if you actually come back and you go into this house, you meet them, and they're the Stardust person. Everybody that actually knows the game knows what I'm talking about. I did not know this was a thing. I only knew that you would I would meet them later on, and that's where I pretty much just remembered them from. We won't be able to meet them till after, there's going to be a whole story thing. We got to go talk to the king and set stuff up here, but actually, before I save, better go shopping real quick. Because I know when I get back into the game, I am not going to be immediately going shopping. So, one thing I'm saying is get some Spear Frost if you're ever here. Get at least 5 of these things, because there's 2 areas after this one, and the one after it is fire. And you're going to want some of them because there's going to be kind of an annoying, so this game sometimes does boss after boss, and if you're not prepared for that, that's the first time they do that, and it's not fun. First time I did that, I got whopped, completely splattered, because it was the thing you fight before it's easier if once you, everything is. Some of the things are very easy once you know their tricks, because there's certain things that they essentially have 3 different health bars, because a part of them will have a health bar and it allows them to do a certain move or something. So certain enemies, if you attack the main enemy, once that dies, it just kills everything else. You'll see that later on in the next episode or whatever. So I get a night. Yeah. I get Knight Shield. I get her Sparkling Arrow, though. Alright, I guess that's the best I can do right now. So there's three, I think there's a total of 5 or 6 here. I don't know, when I stream this next time, probably gonna be tomorrow or something, but I will have the book next to me so I can grab all the Stardust. Ugh. Got a lot done for only about 2 hours. Well, it technically was 2 hours, but my first, I kind of had some technical difficulties at the start. Alright, I'm gonna end this here, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. I will probably be doing it about same time tomorrow, maybe earlier, I don't know. But I'm gonna try to stream this tomorrow and almost probably every day if I can, till I can beat it. Alright guys, see ya, Lone Star. Hope you guys enjoy your day and have a good one. See ya.